feels. You wanna know that it doesn't hurt me. You wanna hear about the deal I'm making. You need me. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Asanda Kati, and this is where I give you my takes and opinions on trending topics happening globally. Today I'm going to be speaking about Stranger Things season 5 volume 1 from episodes 1 to 4. There will be spoilers ahead, but I'm just going to be giving my review, right? I was so excited. I was like, I could not even sleep. I was so excited that Stranger Things was coming back, and I was so disappointed when I saw that they only gave us 4 episodes. Granted, the 4 episodes are the 4 episodes are an hour long, but it's still, you should have given us the full thing. And the second volume 2 is gonna come. Volume 2 is gonna come it's gonna be released on the 26th of December, and it's allegedly going to start off by giving us the story of how Henry Creel, aka Vecna, was trained in that facility that number 11 was captured in. I think it's Hawkins Laboratory, with that guy who basically was running experiments on them. It's going to be showing us in detail just Vecna or Henry Creel and how he basically became Vecna, how he trained, and his psychic abilities. It's going to be getting into that, and I'm so excited. However, I'm pleasantly surprised by Stranger Things 5. Their last episode was amazing. I feel like all the other episodes were kind of rushed because they started off the season basically with 11 training for her face off with Vecna, because remember in Stranger Things season 4, Vecna had succeeded in opening another portal to Hawkins, another portal to the underground to Hawkins. And so Elle was basically training for her face off with Vecna, because in the last season, Vecna was saying that he basically showed a vision to Nancy that he's going to be killing her family and every other person in Hawkins and creating a whole new world, right? So what I will say is that I hate the fact that they waited so long to do a Stranger Things 5, because maybe they were still, racking up a budget from advertisers, or racking up a big enough budget to create a magnitude of what they want to create with this movie, and just trying to get better writers on the team. I'm not sure, but the Duffer Brothers did a phenomenal job in storytelling. When you get to the aha moment, it's always good. They're very good at creating anticipation, But yeah, I hate the fact that they took so long to do a Stranger Things 5, because the cast members have grown, and it's now more visible that they are not teenagers. The only person who still looks like a teenager is really Sadie Sink and Lucas, the guy that plays Lucas, right? But all the others are overgrown. They look old. They don't look like teenagers, especially Elle. You can see there's certain elements of her facial features, like her teeth, that are so different from the last season's Elle. And you can on Millie Bobby Brown in real life has, since the show ended, the last season ended, she has since gotten married, had a baby. So she's a completely different person. She's now like a woman, So to put a woman in a 15-year-old, to play a part of a 15-year-old is very difficult. And although I will say she did a good job, but you can tell that just the innocence that 11 used to have, she has lost. You can just tell by the eyes. You know what I'm saying? You can tell now that she's a grown-ass woman. And I just hate that they waited for so long to do a Stranger Things 5, But life has to go on, and everything happens for a reason. And basically, what happened from episode 1 to 4, Vecna basically opened up, not necessarily a portal, but the CIA were collecting children because Vecna wants to create a whole new world by using children. Children are weak and they're impressionable, and if you give them an idea, you tell them, this is your new world, they're not going to question it. They're just going to accept it, and then they're going to work towards building the civilization. So Vecna wanted to get 12 kids to basically to basically fulfill his dream of having a whole new world where people like him are accepted and they're not seen as weird and things of that nature. So the gang came together to protect those children. And Hopper was basically training number 11. Hopper basically was more vulnerable this season and spoke about his daughter and losing his daughter and how he wants to protect Al. But yeah, as always, Al ended up protecting him by tapping into her telekinesis powers and psychic powers, and she ended up basically, the CIA had basically abducted Al's sister, who was also in that training facility too, with Al, the one where she was, the one that had Papa. So Al found her sister in the CIA. She was being kept there, and now they've reunited. And because in season 4, Al found her sister, right, and then she had to leave because she had to go and save people in Hawkins. So they were reunited in this new season. Because Usisuka L was captured by the CIA, right? And by the military, sorry, not the CIA, but the military, and they were keeping her as well as keeping other test subjects from the upside down, to basically research them more and figure out what they are, right? And guys, it was when Vecna came out, let me tell you, Vecna looked majestic. He looked so amazing. Like the CGI and the artwork, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. The Duffer Brothers did an amazing job with Vecna. Like, Vecna is the villain in this, but it's a villain that's like, I saw myself like cheering for Vecna when he made his ultimate reveal in the end, when they finally found him, because the way he's so in tune with his power and knows how to use his power, he literally, it's crazy. It's like, it really begs the question of how one small little human, if they understand their power, they can change the world. And literally, and also, we also see Will now, basically figuring out his powers too and using them against Vecna. In the past, Vecna used to, because Will found out during the show, during the episodes, that he's interconnected to Vecna, right? Because I guess when Vecna abducted him, he made them connect. He basically connected them. So because he is interconnected to Vecna, he can tap into the mind of the Mind Slayer and into Vecna's mind and see what Vecna sees, and tap into the mind of the Armageddons. What are those things? Demigorgons. And he can literally kill the Demigorgons and basically control the Demigorgons, and also somehow tap into the mind of the Mind Slayer. So he is also integrated into the Upside Down. And at the end, he finally figured out his power. Like, damn, I also have the power to control Vecna. I can. So now it's like Elle is reunited with her sister. Will has now telekinesis powers like Vecna, and now they have one up on Vecna, right? And even though Vecna took all the kids to the Upside Down and defeated the military base that was trying to stop him, because they were also trying to take Vecna for research, they couldn't really do that because Vecna was just too strong. So now, OL now have leverage. Now they actually have a chance in defeating Vecna. Before they had not much of a chance. It was just 11 against Vecna. But now it's 11 and Will against Vecna, right? So, against Vecna and the Mind Slayer. So it's really exciting, and I'm excited. I will give the production honestly a 10 out of 10 just for the storytelling. It's really good, and I really enjoyed it. I just hate the fact that they didn't release all the episodes. And what else did I want to say? Because there was also something I wanted to say. I forgot what it is. And they act like they're really good. All of them are really good actors, except but all of them are really good actors. And yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section if you watched it. If you didn't, you probably should go and check it out on Netflix. And please press like if you like my review, and subscribe for more of my videos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.